Thank you to Mayor Gallego and those folks who are standing with me. Some of the critical people standing behind me are those individuals standing behind you who have been awake literally since this tragedy happened to bring justice to Summer Brown and her family. As mentioned, we did make an arrest in the suspect in this case. He's been identified as 20-year-old Joshua Gonzalez. He has been booked into jail on 1 count of first-degree murder and 3 counts of aggravated assault. I want to truly commend the tireless efforts of each of the employees involved in this investigation, which includes resources from the Homicide Detail, the Crime Gun Intelligence Unit, the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms Bureau, the Phoenix Police Crime Lab, the Homeland Defense Bureau, Street Crimes Unit, Special Assignment Unit, and Patrol. And I mention all those because it truly takes a team effort in order to make this happen. These men and women all came together to work this case that led to the arrest, some of whom, as I look at them right now, have not slept since the day of the incident or have barely gone home to go to sleep. I also want to give kudos to the Phoenix Fire Department, who tried tirelessly to save Summer and treated and transported the victims. Their dedicated efforts are a testament to the professionalism and investigative talents of each member of our Phoenix Police Department. As Mayor Gallego mentioned, we could not have done this without the support of our community members. After seeing the bulletins, after finding details, after talking and listening, our investigators were able to really close this case because the community members stepped up. To our local and national media, we couldn't do this without you all too. You all pushed out the information that was critical in finding our suspect. This tragedy came down to critical information and the tips in solving this case. The community involvement, the compassion truly assisted in bringing justice for Summer and her family. At this time, we can take limited questions if anyone has any, but please direct whom you would like to respond to and answer the questions.
Chief Williams, how critical was that surveillance video from neighbors and then them handing it over right away to help you guys in this investigation?
Absolutely, undoubtedly critical. So as you all remember in our serial street shooter, we needed tips and information from our community. This, once again, was an exceptional example of good old-fashioned police work and following leads and our community members coming forward, and a testament truly to the local and national media, too, because without your help and assistance, we wouldn't have brought justice this summer.
Chief, it doesn't look like he was trying to hide it. It looked like he had parked his truck out in the driveway out in the open. Has Gonzalez said anything or confessed to the crime?
So I would leave that to investigators to respond to and answer. But again, I still want to go back to the message, and the message is without community involvement and without those tips, a little girl who was gunned down, we wouldn't be able to find the suspect. So thank you all. Yes, ma'am.
Was there anything changed about the truck? It might be the investigators that can talk about this, but the color of the truck, the rims, the tires, anything like he was trying to not have his truck be noticed?
So I will leave that to the investigators to respond and answer, but it's safe to say that he did try to alter the truck's appearance. Yes, ma'am.
Do you know, I don't know if you know this, was it a specific tip like into Silent Witness, or was it a collection of tips that led to that location? Do you think that?
So great question. We did utilize Silent Witness as a resource, but it was really a culmination of everyone and all the efforts coming in order for us to find the suspect.
What can you tell us about the suspect? Did he live in that house where he was arrested? Is he a father?
I don't know whether he's a father or not. I do know that he has extended criminal history with our department. He does have a history of violence, and so those are critical key points for us. How about one more question, and then I'll turn it back over to Sergeant Lewis and or the investigators. Yes, ma'am.
Was there a lot of tips after the surveillance video and the photo were released? Did you notice a difference in about how many tips do you think came in from the public after the release of the surveillance video?
So that's specific information, so I'm going to have Sergeant Lewis and or the investigators talk about it. We thank you all so much for your support and your efforts. To our community members out there, you do have no idea how much you mean to us and Summer's family and the Phoenix Police Department and the entire Phoenix community. Thank you for your assistance. So you all have a great morning. So we'll go out that way.
We're gonna release our leaders to get back to work. I'll be right back with you for some background details. So once again, my name is Sergeant Vince Lewis, is Vincelewis. I'll just give you some background information on this. On Wednesday, April 3rd of 2019 at around 5:45 p.m., officers from the Phoenix Police Department responded to a residence near 3800 West Moreland Street for a call of a shooting. And upon arrival, they located the victims, the family, in their vehicle in the driveway of the residence. The victim family had just arrived at home in their car when the suspect, who had been following them for a short distance, opened fire on the vehicle, striking it numerous times. Inside the vehicle, we know that 10-year-old Summer Brown was struck and critically wounded. Her father in the driver's seat also struck. Both were transported to hospitals, and Summer was later pronounced deceased at the hospital. Her father has since been treated and released and is expected to survive non-life-threatening injury. That evening, the investigators were activated and came together to work to solve this case. They determined that the suspect began following the victims in the white pickup that you saw the photos of. He began following them a short distance from their home after what appears to be the victim's family had just cut him off in traffic. So through the course of this investigation, surveillance video of the suspect vehicle and a composite sketch were released to the media and the community. Over the next few days, numerous tips came into Silent Witness, and it was a tip to police that led investigators to a truck and a person of interest at a residence near 6200 West Fairmount Avenue, approximately 5 miles from the scene. Police investigators identified the truck as the same vehicle used in the crime, even after modifications were actively made to change the vehicle's appearance. A search warrant was served on the home, and a handgun was located inside the garage, which was linked through forensic evidence to the homicide. 20-year-old Joshua Gonzalez was then booked into jail on 1 count of first-degree murder, 3 counts of aggravated assault,